Good evening, everypony, and welcome to Commentary as Magic Stream on today, Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, 2024. I'm, as always, Grandpaws.
Big
Well,
cheese.
May the 4th was yesterday, so you can have your collision of assorted holidays.
So what I'm hearing is I need to watch Star Wars and drink tequila.
This checks out.
I don't see the
The
problem here.
You just need to watch the fan dub where the Cantina Band music is replaced with mariachi.
That's terrifying. Or you could watch the holiday special. Anyway,
No.
I'm Arcat.
No one can watch the holiday special.
I've seen it.
I have too. I wish I didn't.
I think I've seen the important parts.
There are important parts.
I mean, there's like the in-between stuff. There's the frame narrative, and then there's like the random shorts that happen in between all of it. I don't know, something about B. Arthur having a bar that's being shut down is the only thing that I really remember.
Lol. Diamond Song says, please don't. Alright, fine. We'll do other stuff. We have other reasons to celebrate. Like the, not conclusion, but the reveal of efforts that we have had in place for, boy, how many months has it been now?
At least one.
More than 1 month.
Yeah, we've only been doing this for 1 month. Everything we've said is a lie.
It feels like a year, but
It can't. Well, some of the designs, I guess, have been a year or more in the works.
That document is old.
It's an old document. That's our secret. We're always designing something. Even if it'll never see, the light of day on an actual card, we're always designing. But every now and then, I'm able to focus up well enough and keep my liquor shelves stocked well enough that I can ascend that, or enter that transcendental space of, yes, the perfect designs are coming. And then after the 30 combo cards get banned from there, we actually get something resembling a viable set.
Okay, so these first two are from... What is this? These have been around since what? Ciderfest 2018?
Something like that, yeah.
I realize these are... Well... Okay, those are cheating. I think those are cheating.
Like your Yona main that also doesn't have sandbar on it? Correct! Exactly! Just like that, where the card is designed, and we have the effect, and we have the text, and we have the art, and it's never getting printed. Just like that.
That seems cruel.
Well...
Oh, here's the best line. I like this line. It's got a number. It's completely blank otherwise.
Nothing else. Just a number.
It's actually just a regular playing card.
Or
even better, it's an Uno card.
It's a white card with 24 in the corner. No rarity. That's it. Just hashtag 24. That's it.
There you go. I like the idea of the Uno card, though. What does the card do? Reverse. I don't know. You figure it out. Figure it out.
Reverses the turn order.
That's it. We have seriously been working on this set for a while. If it hasn't been obvious from the fact that we've been doing a lot of prize wheel supplements recently. In addition to being a great way to adjust an archetype by a little bit, or adjust a format by, small tweaks and changes here and there, and fill in existing gaps, are also really, really good at stalling for time. And this one needed a little bit of stalling. But here we are. All these months later, all these 1 month later, and we're ready to talk about what's coming next. We've been hyping up this year, the 10th year of the MLP CCG's existence, saying there's big stuff in the pipeline, There's big stuff, in the works. We've talked about our panel. We've talked about, the new format support. We had a good time with the Naylander event at Babs, and we'll probably continue doing stuff like that. We still have to look at the history of the game after the core format introduction, and that'll be at a con later this year. There's new cons popping up. There's new players. Everyone's collection value has quintupled because of the Chinese market right now.
We have some very pretty cards from China. How big of a thing are we talking though? Like 30? 30 big?
It's pretty big.
So less than 30 big?
Less than 30 big. But still pretty.
So
units.
It's big. It's like at least 14 big?
I would call it 14 big.
You would call it 14 big?
I would call it 14 big. Let's talk about it. Set 14. Now, I know that there are going to be some people who are watching this stream right now or watching the recording who have been sitting here clamoring for Equestria Girls for years and years and years. They've been saying, it's 2D art, it's the same characters that we've come to love, it's interesting writing on some of these. The songs are some of fans' favorites, right? Everyone loves Sunny. And I have stood firm and I have fought against it.
You mean Sunset?
Sunset. I said Sunny.
Bacon.
Sunny buns.
Bacon.
Yeah. Yes, correct. I have stood firm and I have fought against it.
How many legs have you had to stand on here?
Oh, I've had very few legs to stand on. My number of legs to stand on has gotten reduced over time, which is part of the reason why we had to do a whole stream dedicated to announcing this information. Right?
So you're down to just 2 legs to stand on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's down to 1 actually.
I am pedestrian now. I hate to say it. So it's only fitting that I have to be the person with egg on my face to announce that the theme for set 14 is... Go ahead. A new generation! I'm still not doing it!
But
No
see,
humans.
this was fine though, because R and I got what we wanted all along.
Which was?
Is he?
Gen 5.
I got Zip.
I just wanted you to have to watch Gen 5.
Still haven't done much of that. I've been buried deep in an Excel document the entire time.
Luffy's
So-
good enough.
So does this mean we're gonna get a Sparky card?
Well, we tried that Sparky card. We'll have to see what happens to him.
We'll try harder.
We'll try harder. We'll just try harder and just do a little better.
You can have a little babble as a treat.
To be fair, Sparky Baby Dragon was announced. That was on April Fool's Day, Diamond.
We had to reverse that announcement because after further consideration, that design was too similar to a previous one.
So we'll make a tweak. It'll be okay. Anyway, let's talk about what is coming in set 14. What can players expect? So the first thing is set 14 is going to be a full set release. What this means is you can expect the set to have approximately, 160 cards like we've been seeing basically since High Magic. You can expect a full new main cycle. I will give you exactly 0 guesses as to who those mains might be. There's new multicolor cards following kind of the same pattern that we've seen from previous sets, but tricolor cards are returning. And you've got the same card types as we've seen before, you know, the friends and events and troublemakers and resources, and all that stuff. Right? What's kind of exciting to talk about is the primary design theme, right? Every set has one. You know, or fond memories was, you know, these keywords that were introduced, and New Dawn was this color matters. The design theme for set 14 is counters matter.
Spoilers, if you were paying attention to the rules, you may have seen us do something.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a sub-theme here of traits matter, and if you've watched any part of G5, primarily the movie, that probably won't come as that much of a surprise to you. It will be fewer traits than like Friends Forever, where we had harmony, right? However, we also have the introduction of a new keyword, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. Just one new keyword this time, but it's a doozy, and I think you'll understand why. What's also really good to know is that when set 14 releases, it is going to coincide with a core format rotation. This is a big thing. We've kind of been hinting at it. Players have been guessing, players have been speculating and talking about what core would look like. What this means is that after set 14 releases, the core legal sets are going to be Leaders and Legends, not High Magic, I'm sorry, I typed that wrong. New Dawn. Whoops, scratch that out. Leaders and Legends, New Dawn, Fond Memories, Set 14, and the Prize Wheel Cell.
What, you mean we're not just banning the entirety of New Dawn and making the entirety of High Magic legal?
We are, in fact, not doing that. We're going to cross that out.
Throw in one random set, just like Camelot Knights. There you go.
Yeah. Back to see. I'll play Lily. Lily was good.
Yeah. That's
You
about
would
it.
go for Lily and not Penny Lane?
Penny is banned.
Not in core.
Anyway.
What this also means is that for the future, all of core is going to be print and play. This makes it very, very easy for new players who have not been building up their collections for years to be able to get into the most supported, the most competitive format that we currently support for the game, right? When you can go and print off any cards you need, even just proxies of them, to be able to go play in any organized event for the game, it means that card accessibility should no longer be an issue for people. And for anyone who's had to deal with the cost of stick, who's had to deal with the cost of Mistmain, who's had to deal with the fact that, for whatever reason, Plushie Dash just never appeared in packs until after we printed the promos, and then it started showing up suddenly, and I'm not bitter about that at all.
That was only you who had that problem.
Yeah, well, I can be bitter about it.
Also, no $120 carbo loaders.
Yeah. So it'll be much easier for new players to join, and we've seen a large increase, obviously, so that's great. This does mean that there will not be any changes to older formats at this time, right? Defenders, Sequestria, and Friends Forever are all still going to remain Adventure legal. Adventure is a non-rotating format. Harmony is a non-rotating format, so those will stay exactly as they are. However, obviously, set 14 will become legal in Adventure in Harmony once it is released. Diamond says Ripstick, and then Ripstick kinda. Yeah, I know that feeling. That's okay. All right, so we mentioned something about a new keyword. Let's talk about that new keyword. If we're only having one, it better be important. The new keyword for set 14 is Magic Restored. And Magic Restored is a very simple keyword that says when this card enters play, put a magic counter on one of your cards. That's it. That's the full text. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
like 1/10 of inspired.
But what does it do?
It puts a magic counter on one of your cards.
What does
Yeah.
the magic counter do?
Ah, see, that's the correct question.
It affects all mains equally.
It affects all cards equally. We're even more
It
equal
does.
now.
It does. It's true. Right.
It's
We can-
just a counter.
So how do we benefit from this, right? What do we use Magic Restored for? Well, there's multiple ways you can benefit. You can get an effect for putting one or more counters on a card, right? The moment you put it on there, something happens, right? You can get a continuous effect or a continuous modifier for keeping one or more counters on a card. So like, while this card has at least one magic counter on it, right? That's a type of effect. Or you might even have cards that let you spend one or more counters from them, removing those counters in order to get an effect. Now, magic counters can be placed on any type of card in play. This is going to include friends, resources, troublemakers, problems, and yes, it does affect mains equally. There's also other methods of being able to interact with the magic counters beyond just cards that have the magic restored keyword.
I would like to put a magic counter on an event, please.
I am sure that you will. We're probably not going to do that, though. Seems like that might cause a few problems. But beyond that interaction, you know, there's a lot of things. If we're focusing on one keyword for the set, it's probably a good idea to show some examples of how that keyword could be used. So the gates are open. Let's take a look at some spoilers, huh?
Cards.
I like cards.
You like cards?
Yeah,
about
cards
these
are pretty
cards?
good.
All right.
They're pretty good cards.
We've seen the art on them. So we are dealing with 3D art in this set specifically. We're going to be focusing on, I believe, Make Your Mark is the 3D one, and then the New Generation, the movie, right?
Yes.
So who wants to go over any of these?
I'll take Patch.
Go for it.
So first one, Patch, did you hear that? 3 cost, 3 pink required, 3 pink power, friend, unicorn, obviously. Is hasty, has magic restored, and an immediate effect, remove a magic counter from this card to replace this card's problem. So we have an example here of removing a magic counter from a card to get a one-time effect. In this case, replace a problem. I already see some potential synergies with this one for cards that exist already. Cherry Berry.
Little bit, huh?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's kind of at the same cost and power as Bait and Switch, but where Bait and Switch had Eccentric, this has Hasty and Magic Restored instead. So you can kind of do this at immediate speed, but there's a priority window in between. But if you can find ways to get more magic counters on this card after it enters play, then maybe you can use the effect again later. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah. A lot of these are kind of modal because you don't have to put it on itself.
Right. If you just need a 3/3 hasty body, you can do this and buff something else with the magic counter, right? We've got Masquerade Mask, which is a 2-cost, 3-power resource accessory that you play on a friend or troublemaker. This also has Magic Restored, and while that friend or troublemaker has at least 1 counter on it, that friend or troublemaker has +2 power.
Doesn't say a
Now
magic counter.
It does not say a magic counter. It says any type of counter. So that's kind of interesting, right? We were talking about how counters matter. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit else going on besides just magic counters themselves. Or maybe you just want to finally use all those Diligent cards. Or the orange, purple, ultra rare Twilight time loop. Time what? Time something? That thing. You know, the 2-cost one that gives your troublemakers here Diligent 1 or Diligent 2.
Oh, the Marks and Time one?
Yeah,
it's
that one.
blue, isn't it?
No, it's orange
No,
purple.
it's orange purple. It probably should have been orange blue, but the orange blue one was the Rainbow Dash.
I don't know. No one ever used that card ever.
That's because it was 2 power and supposed to go in a Troublemaker deck.
When AJ was the main of choice. Anyway.
We also got Jade, Mountains from Molehills. This one looks pretty simple, right? 3-cost, 1 rec, 3 power, white dragon. Maybe that's a hint at some of the other traits, right? Magic Restored. While this friend has at least 1 magic counter on it, it has Showy 2.
So does this mean my comment in Discord, there be dragons, came true?
There do indeed be, well, dragon.
I mean, there was a dragon, and then the dragon had to go away. For
Yeah, and then
reasons.
we
At
have
least
and now we have Pinkie Pie in dragon form, apparently. Does kind of look like Pinkie Pie.
It's a dragon.
Ears, the hair. I think that's supposed to be hair anyway.
Probably. It's a dragon with beans. Look at the beans.
since when do dragons have beans?
Yeah, beans and claws. Weird.
They do now. We're making up our own rules here.
How about some more? How about some fun ones? What else we got? I think this next one is one of Ara's favorites.
But which one?
I don't know. Which one?
The one on the right is fun.
The one on the right might actually be my favorite one we're showing here.
Now go ahead, take it then.
Oh, we're gonna read right to left this time? Sick.
Sure.
Argyle and Sunny, Flight of Fashion. 3-cost, 4 blue, 4 pink rec, 3 blue and pink power. Friend Hasty. When this card enters play, for each of this card's traits, of which there are 4 of them, if you have at least one other character that shares that trait, your characters get +1 power until the end of the turn. So if you have an Earth Pony, another Earth Pony, Unicorn, Pegasus, and Full, all of your characters get +4 power until the end of the turn. That seems pretty good.
On a hasty blue and pink body, if only we knew a blue and pink deck that liked moving its cards and also having power and also playing things at immediate speed.
This is just a little disgusting in Hot Wings.
+4 power to everything is fun.
I don't think Hot Wings is going to be able to get all of these. But
no,
it'll probably
but get enough of them, at least.
It'll get Unicorn and Pegasus, probably.
I mean, Hot Wings will see Hasty, blue and pink, and be like, yeah, I'm sure I'll make this work somehow.
Okay, it's an aggro card in pink. You're gonna have Pipsqueak.
That's a fair point. You're gonna get some stuff. Get the full. Harmony CMC main Dark Horse.
I don't even remember what that main does.
It just has
real
all
bad.
the traits. It is bad though.
The Argyle and Sunny card will make me cry. Yeah, it'll make me cry too. I lost the game really hard.
I mean, I lost the game too just now.
Yes, you did. Alright, we've got Onyx, Slam Poet, a 2-cost, 2-rec, 2 purple power unicorn friend. When this card enters play, your main character has Studious until the end of the turn. I'm sure that won't be dangerous. Then, start a face-off involving your main character and an opponent's main character. What happens with that face-off?
Well, if you win, Studious.
You get a token.
And if you lose?
Oh, well.
Nothing.
That's it. Just have a face-off. Haven't you ever looked at this game and said, you know what this game needs?
More face-offs.
More face-offs, correct.
When I'm playing farm, yeah.
Play some farm, play some chaos control, play some vapor trail combo, just sit there and say, I just want more face-offs. All right.
And then on the left here, you've got the newscaster that just won't go away. So it's a big fat 0 up in the corner, but enters play with 6+1 power counters on it. And if somebody tries to make it go away, just sheds a +1 power counter.
So if you can keep jamming counters on this thing, you can't stop the news?
The news will not be taken off the air. The ponies need to know that Princess Pip is a phony pony full of baloney. You heard it on ZBS first.
That's also kind of an interesting trait shift or color shift we've seen for that trait. Most Pegasi have not been orange, so I wonder if the set about all the ponies getting along again might have some color shifted things. Diamond Song says, I thought Queen Haven was the phony pony full of baloney.
They're all full of baloney.
Everyone's full of baloney.
All the Pegasus.
I made the comment that Pip was especially full of baloney, and it's all those nitrates that kept her from growing, and that's why she's short. This is my headcanon. You cannot take this away from me.
All those, like...
I mean, we
tiny
could
bit
take away the
shorter.
head.
If you try to take away my headcanon, I just remove a +1 power counter from it.
So what I need to do is remove it 6 times.
Yes.
Now I'll just turn it over.
Does this mean that limited is harder to go home? Heck? Actually,
Yeah,
core limited is very
probably.
hard to do that.
No,
You can still
Diamond
still
Song.
move it.
Diamond Song found the weakness.
It's not like you can remove a Trixie.
There's no Trixies to remove.
It's okay. I have a feeling I know where the conversation is going to shift to, and GP will have no problems removing those cards either.
Oh yeah, it'll be very easy. There's plenty of Trixies we can cut.
There are no Trixies we can cut.
Removing Trixies is easy.
The thing is though, you can't remove much Pip because there's not much Pip to remove.
Because she's short. I wonder if we will have any cards referencing that.
Will we need to create a new treaty?
What, the Pip is not small? No one would sign that treaty.
I'm not signing that.
It's just a fact.
While removing Trixies is easy. Sorry, Hithrock. I'll tell you what's not easy. Names. Names are hard.
Yeah.
This whole time, we've been talking about set 14, the new set 14. There's a reason for that.
This reason annoys me.
We haven't figured out what to call it yet. And we need to figure it out soon. We've had a couple suggestions, a few things that have been put forward by people involved in the design process, so take a look at a couple of them. Of course, we've got the standard, the expected, new generation. Makes sense, right? We've also got one kind of focusing on the theme. We got Friendship Renewed. Someone didn't like that last word in particular, but agreed with the friendship theme, so we've got Friendship Restored. And none of us have been able to pick between these. So we might also take a community suggestion, if you all have any. Or if you feel like any of the 3 that we previously suggested are going to be good fits.
Please come up with a name. I'd like to do as little work to fix this as possible. Because, spoilers, I've already done some work with one of these names. And if we need to change it, I want to know now.
Well, you're not going to know now, but you will know soon as we get
How?
feedback.
Yes, I am confident that everything that we are sharing about this will prompt some discussion here in Discord relatively shortly. If for nothing else, around the spoilers and the speculation. Now, something that we don't have some slides on here, but maybe worth discussing. Friendship good as hell.
That would actually, you know
oh,
what?
Man. Oh, boy.
It's too long.
It's just good as hell.
That's the only problem. It's too long.
That
Oh,
sounds
that's-
like an excuse.
That's tempting.
Yeah,
I like it.
we're saving that one for the Pony Life set. Sorry.
Yeah.
I swear, if GP agrees to Pony Life and not Equestria Girls, I will actually be like, all right, now you're just doing it on purpose.
Maybe a little at that point. Something that's probably good to note is, although we've got this information out there, and although over the next several weeks, I'm sure everyone is going to see significantly more in terms of content and discussion and spoilers and streams and all that sort of stuff surrounding the set, it's not quite ready for open beta just yet. We do want to still follow the normal path that we've had for design for print and play over the last several sets, which is getting the cards initially designed, getting the flavor assigned to them, and then once that flavor is assigned, getting them in the hands of players so you can try to break them just like we've been trying, so you can see what ones are fun to play with and what ones might need tweaks, and so you can catch any type of proofreading stuff.
Delicious feedback.
Yes. Diamond says, I'm guessing the cards' numbers aren't final.
No.
Correct.
This is the usual thing where none of the card numbers actually matter. They'll get harmonized.
Yeah,
There.
fun fact, the card numbers are never match up between documents until like the final wave.
It's true.
This one may be interesting because so few of the Gen 5 ponies actually have names.
Yeah, but you're going to get the chance to canonize a lot of them.
Are you gonna have Wiki Wars again?
No.
He's just going to be the wiki authority. There's no war. No one else has produced any meaningful product with that pony on it. Ergo, he gets first dibs.
Honestly-
That one person.
Honestly, not looking forward to that. Coming up with names is hard. See title of previous slide.
Yes, names are hard.
It's one of the hardest problems in computer science.
Naming things.
It's one of
Yeah.
the two hardest problems in computer science.
That was a stupid joke. I liked it, though. A wiki war with the entire nation of China.
No, see, we can win that war very quickly by just starting to post the forbidden words.
Mayonnaise. It will work. I think
Magic.
there's a card called Forbidden Words.
The one with the playtest title? You mean the one that we just showed? That's what that one is.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. It is. See, I was right. No, it is going to be quite a bit of. We are very much looking forward to being able to showcase more of what's been cooking for the last year or so. Diamond, we're not going to cover that on this stream. But it's been in the works for a while, and we hope everyone's going to be very excited about it. I know we all are. We've had a lot of fun testing recently, getting some good tweaks in there and seeing kind of what's going to happen. And the core format rotation, right? No more big bug. Aura's got to be happy about that. Ivory and Cheese have to be absolutely devastated.
The bug is not sufficiently removed.
Was Cheese
I've only
using
run.
Thorax
I've run
before?
Thorax a little bit. I play everything,
I mean,
or
that's
most
fair.
things.
I mean, I can still use Thorax in Adventure.
No.
That would involve you playing an adventure, though.
I mean,
No.
Adventure is still, to this day, a bad format.
No,
but
don't.
at least I can use Thorax there.
See,
Don't play Thorax.
see.
Why?
I don't like it.
Oh, play in Core then.
He's fast.
Play in Core, where I will do Argyle and Sunny things.
I believe you. I've seen you do Argyle and Sunny things. You scored a lot of points.
So did Cheese. It's a good card.
It is a good card.
Hey, he said it. All right. Well, do we have anything else more specific to talk about for set 14 right now?
Not that won't get me in trouble.
Fair enough.
Top 10 cards that we aren't supposed to talk about yet. Number 10.
Cut
Sparky.
Cut to black. Cut to black. He's
No,
releasing them all.
I want to see where this goes. Button popcorn.
Number 9. The Nyx main that I slipped in the document.
That means we also have Flufflepuff, right?
Yes, it does.
All these G5 characters.
Boy, unset cards. The 200 power Flufflepuff that's worth 75 points.
Number 8. Vice Principal Luna.
Were they both vice principals? Like,
No, Celestia was principal, Luna was vice principal.
okay.
This seems like a strange transition of power, because everyone knows that the most powerful person on the planet's the president of the... what is it? The president of the, like...
The student council.
Yeah, the student council president.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 7, Ivory Starlight.
Yeah, self-insert.
OCs.
I mean, he already broke that one with Nyx, so... Too late.
That's not a self-insert though.
Anyway.
I don't own Nyx.
Anyway, we should probably keep this up before we post cringe and lose subscriber.
This is true.
I think that's all we have.
Yeah. I mean, it was a quick one, which is good. There's going to be more coming, though. So, very excited. It will wrap up our discussion on this topic for today, though. We would like to give a big shout out to all of our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your regular support. If you aren't currently a patron and you enjoy this madness that we've been doing for close to a decade, please consider donating. Doing so does enable us to continue making content like this and lets you earn some great perks as a bonus. If you have comments or questions that you'd like to send our way, feel free to reach out to us through Facebook, Twitter, or email. I realized we should probably update this announcement at the end of the stream. We've never talked about people providing feedback via Discord. Please provide feedback via Discord on the set names. Start a discussion, start an internet argument. I mean, if you're a patron, of course, you can still chat live with us on Slack any day, anytime. Finally, if you're looking to watch any videos of our previous recordings, including tournament recordings, you can find them on our YouTube channel linked just below the stream. With all that said, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, both here now and watching this recording later. We are, as always, Commentary is Magic. I'm, as always, Grand Paws.
Big Cheese.
Cat, and
My name's Rob.
I'll allow it.
Ma.
Anyway.
And we'll be back with more content soon.
Bye.
But